Namaste students. Today we are here to study our most important topic, that is what is agriculture. Okay, so it is the science or practice of farming, including cultivation of the soil for the growing of crops and the rearing of animals to provide food, wool and other products. So agriculture involves not only cultivation, it also includes rearing of animals also. In the world, 50% of population is engaged in agricultural activities. Agricultural activities require different type of favorable conditions because every crop, listen carefully, every crop needs different topographical conditions, different soil type and different climatic conditions that we will study when we will study different crops, right? Now, the land on which the crops are grown, जिस लैंड पर क्रॉप्स ग्रो होती हैं, do you know that that land is known as arable land? Arable means the land which is most suitable for agriculture, right children? Now moving further, we will study that what is farming system and which type of farmings are being done. So there are different type of cultures we are having, different cultivations we are having, that is agriculture, sericulture, pisciculture, viticulture and horticulture. The very first one as we are studying, that is agriculture, the science and the art of cultivation, okay, on the soil, raising crops and rearing livestock, it is called farming. Second one, sericulture, commercial rearing of silkworms. It may be supplement the income of the farmer. Third one, pisciculture. The word pisci here stands for fishes. So breeding of fish in specially constructed tanks and ponds. Okay, then viticulture. It is the cultivation of grapes, as you can see in the picture. Okay. The last one, horticulture, it involves growing of vegetables, flowers and fruits for commercial use. Okay. Now here we are having input, work and output of farming system. Okay. What is input and output? Input is all that which farmers gives to the soil. Okay. Farmers sow seed, right? And whatever he gets in the output, it all includes income and जो भी उसकी रिक्वायरमेंट है, उसका इनकम सोर्स है, whatever it is there. Okay, now agriculture or farming can be called a system. Now let us look at the input. Farmer needs what? Fertilizers? Yes. Machineries? Yes. Labor? Okay. Then work, what he does? Plugging means, yes, जब किसान खेत में हल चलाते हैं, that is the very first activity which is being done on the fields or the arable lands, that is plugging. Second one is sowing of seeds. Sowing मतलब बीज बोना. Third one, irrigation. Irrigation means farmer has plugged the field, farmer has sown the seeds, but if irrigation is not there, अगर plants को, crops को पानी नहीं दिया जाएगा तो क्या होगा? Both the works will be useless. Then next one, weeding. Weeds are the unwanted or the toxic or the harmful plants which grows themselves. Okay, उनको time to time remove करना. And last finally, जब crops आपकी mature होके तैयार हो जाती है तो harvesting. Harvesting के बाद का जो step है, that all includes outcomes. Crops, as I told you, that agriculture is not only the art of cultivation, it includes rearing of animals also. So wool rearing, dairy products, okay, and along with that poultry products. So children, this is much for this class. Next we'll study in the next class, right? Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Namaste to all. So here we are with the next topic, that is major crops. So a large variety of crops are grown to meet or to satisfy the demands or the needs of the growing population. Major food crops are wheat, rice, maize and millets. So children, these are the basic or staple food crops which are required by everyone. Some main fiber crops are jute and cotton. As you all know, from jute bags are being made. Cotton. Cotton is the basic raw material. Okay. Important beverage crops are tea and coffee. Okay, which people used to drink a lot. Many crops supply raw materials for agro-based industries. So here we are, our basic staple or food crops. First one, rice. Okay, rice is the major food crop of the world, which number of people, number of countries used to consume. It is the staple diet of the tropical and subtropical regions. Rice needs high temperature, high humidity and rainfall. Okay, it grows in those areas where rainfall is between 100 to 200 centimeter around the year. It grows best in an alluvial clay soil which can retain water. China leads in the production of rice, followed by India, Japan, Sri Lanka and Egypt. Next crop is wheat. Wheat requires moderate temperature and rainfall during growing season and bright sunshine at the time of harvest. It thrives best in the well-drained loamy soil. Wheat is grown extensively in USA, Canada, Argentina, Russia, Ukraine, Australia and India. In India, it is grown in winter season. Again, maize. Okay, you can see very well, Makkah. Okay, maize requires moderate temperature, rainfall and lot of sunshine. It needs well-drained fertile soils. Maize is grown in North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, India and Mexico. Here, the next and very again important crop is cotton. Cotton requires high temperature and light rainfall, 210 frost-free days and bright sunshine for its growth. Cotton grows in bright sunshine because जो humidity है या moisture है इसे खराब कर देता है. It grows best on black soil and alluvial soil. It grows best in Maharashtra, in India. China, USA, India, Pakistan, Brazil and Egypt are the leading producers of cotton. It is one of the main raw material for the cotton textile industry. As you all know, children, that cotton industry, थोड़ा सा हटके बात करते हैं हम लोग. It is the industry in the world which provides large scale or huge amount of employment, or we can say it is the maximum employment providing country in the industry in the world. Again, we are having millets. Millets are known as coarse grains and can be grown on less fertile and sandy soil. It is a hardy crop that needs low rainfall and high to moderate temperature and adequate rainfall. Jowar, bajra and ragi are grown in India, Nigeria and China. Again, we are having jute. Jute was also known as golden fiber. इसे क्या कहा जाता है? इसे कहा जाता है golden fiber. It grows well on alluvial soil and requires high temperature, heavy rainfall and humid climate. This crop is grown in the tropical areas. India and Bangladesh are the leading producers of jute. Now here we are having some beverage crops. Tea, we all used to drink. Okay, tea is a beverage crop, grows on plantations. This requires cool climate and well distributed high rainfall throughout the year for the growth of its tender leaves. It needs well-drained loamy soils and gentle slopes. Labor in large number is required to pick the leaves. Kenya, India, China, Sri Lanka produce the best quality tea in the world. Coffee requires warm and wet climate and well-drained loamy soil. Children, in the end of topic, in the end of lecture, I'll describe you different types of soils also. Hill slopes are more suitable for growth of this crop. Brazil is the leading producer, followed by Colombia and China. So here we are with the food crops. We'll meet again in the next lecture. Till then, goodbye. Welcome back. So we are having types of farming on the screen. So in this class, we'll study about different types of farming. Okay, farming is a practice in which different types of crops are being grown. See, every country, every city, every state is not having that much suitable climate in which every kind of crop has been grown. Agreed? Yes, so different countries are having different type of climatic conditions, soil types and topographic conditions. So depending on that, we have different types of farming. So it is of two types, subsistence and commercial farming. So children, we are starting the first one, that is subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced to meet the needs of the farmer's family. Okay, दैट मच लिमिट ऑफ क्रॉप, उतनी ही क्रॉप का ग्रो होना जितने फार्मर की जो फैमिली की रिक्वायरमेंट है वो कंप्लीट हो सके, दैट इज सब्सिस्टेंस और सर्वाइवल के लिए रिक्वायर्ड. So traditionally, low levels of technology and household labor are used to produce on small output, because this type of farming is being done on small scale. Which scale? On small scale, because it is required for farmers' families' requirement. Okay, it is again classified into two groups. That the very first one is intensive subsistence farming. I'm repeating again, intensive subsistence farming or agriculture. In this, the farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and more labor. I'm repeating again, in this, the farmer cultivates a small plot of land, okay, using simple tools and more labor. Climate with large number of days with sunshine and fertile soil permit growing of more than one crop annually on the same plot. For example, rice is the main crop of this type of farming. Intensive subsistence farming or agriculture is prevalent in the thickly populated areas of the monsoon regions of South India, Southeast Asia, and other East Asian countries. Okay, the second part of this type is primitive subsistence farming. Okay, it includes shifting agriculture, okay, shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. Listen very carefully, this is very important topic which can come in your exam. That is, what is shifting cultivation? So here the answer is, it is practiced in the thickly forested areas of Amazon basin. Yes, I know that you all have heard this word, है ना, Amazon basin or the Amazon rainforest. नाम से ही आपको आइडिया होता है कि यहाँ जो प्लांटेशन है, यहाँ जो फॉरेस्ट हैं, they are filled with the leaves. They are of different types. यहाँ आपको हर तरह का प्लांटेशन मिलेगा, like trees, herbs, shrubs, creepers, everything are there. So we are studying shifting cultivation. It is a practice. Okay, I'm telling you in simple language first कि ये जो practice है, इसमें a group of people, what they are doing, they used to clear, listen carefully, they used to clear some part of forest. वहाँ जो trees हैं या plants हैं उन्हें cut किया जाता है और वहाँ से remove किया जाता है. फिर उस area को, वहाँ जो woods वगैरह पड़ी हैं उन्हें burn किया जाता है, ठीक है, वहाँ से remove करते हैं, cultivation किया जाता है. Once the cultivation has been done on that area, okay, and after harvesting, the family or the people moves to, they used to shift to the next area. Okay, so it is practiced in the thickly forested areas of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of South Asia and Northeast Asia. Okay, these are the areas of heavy rainfall. As I told you earlier that Amazon is also known as rainforest, right? यहाँ जो rainfall है, it is above or more than 200 centimeter round the year. Okay, so these are the areas of heavy rainfall and quick regeneration of vegetation. Regeneration means regenerate. Okay, a plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with the soil and crops like maize, yam, potatoes and cassava are grown. These are the important crops of these or Amazon rainforest through shifting cultivation. After this, soil loses its fertility. Okay, once the cultivation has been done on the area, the soil loses its fertility. So that is why, or we can say this is the most important reason that the land is abandoned and the cultivator moves to the new plot to cultivate. for the next time. This is being termed as shifting cultivation. Okay, so keep it in the mind that it is also known as slash or burn agriculture. Okay, after that we are having nomadic herding. So first of all, tell me what is the word of what is sorry the meaning of the word nomads. Yes, nomads are the persons who moves from one place to another in search of food and work. So it is being practiced in the semi-arid and arid regions of Sahara. गर्म देश जो होते हैं जहाँ पर ह्यूमिडिटी बहुत कम होती है. सेंट्रल एशिया एंड सम पार्ट्स ऑफ इंडिया लाइक राजस्थान एंड जम्मू एंड कश्मीर. एंड दिस टाइप ऑफ यहाँ आप देखेंगे जम्मू एंड कश्मीर इन सम वेरी फ्यू एरियाज. ओके, so in this type of farming, herders who keep sheep along with them or who rear some cattle. Okay, so move from one place and their animals for fodder and water. Fodder means food for we people and fodder means chara for their cattle. Okay, along defined routes. This type of movement arises in response to climatic constraints and terrain. This movement is depending upon the change of climate and depending on the availability of terrain. The herders, when they move from one place to another, they keep it in the mind that wherever fodder is available for their cattle, they usually move to those areas. So for example, they are having sheep, camel, yak and goats are most commonly reared. They provide milk, meat, wool, hides and other products to the herders and their families. So children, listen carefully, listen again at your home. We'll meet in the next classroom. Till then, bye. Namaste students, welcome you all in the classroom. Today we are here to study about chapter 4 agriculture. So you all have heard this word, okay, but before studying this chapter, this word, we need to study about different economic activities. So children, there are 3 kinds of economic activities in all. As you can see on the screen, the very first one is primary. Okay, so the first activity is primary activity. So primary activity includes all those activities which are associated with the nature. Okay, whatever the things we obtain from nature. So if we want to define the word primary activities, we will define in such a way that primary activities include all those connected with extraction and production. Pay attention and listen carefully. Extraction and production of natural resources. Okay, the word extraction here states for whatever the things we are extracting from the nature. Okay, nature includes, say for example, as we all know, India is an agricultural country. Almost 70% of population of India is still engaged in farming, cultivation, or we can say in all other primary activities. Agriculture or the cultivation is the very important or basic or primary activity. So the activity includes agriculture, fishing, mining. Mining means we are extracting metals and minerals from nature through mines, है ना? And production means cultivation of different types of seasonal or yearly crops. Right children? So listen carefully. I'm speaking again. Primary activities includes all those connected with extraction and production of natural resources. Now, second activity here on the screen is secondary activity. All the secondary activity includes all those activities. See, all these 3 activities are interrelated with each other. Whatever the goods or the commodities we are obtaining from primary activities are manufactured or we can say transformed through secondary activities. So we can say that activities including manufacturing, transforming, or all the work which has been done in the industries, that all activities are manufacturing or secondary activities. Okay, secondary activities are connected with the processing of these resources. Which ones? Primary ones. Okay, now say for example, manufacturing of steel, baking of what bread, and weaving of clothes are all the examples of secondary activities. So here we comes on the third one, that is tertiary activity. Tertiary, or we can say third one, this activity is the base for the first and second, that is primary and secondary activity. Tertiary activity includes all the activities which support the primary and secondary, because it provides services like transport, trade, banking, insurance, and advertising. So these are the examples of tertiary activities. Now here comes the picture. You can see, as we are revising again, that you can see like modern tractor here. Okay, cultivation work is going on, right? Extraction, see here it is written that primary activity includes all those connected with extraction and production of natural resources. Examples are agriculture, fishing, gathering are the good ones. Okay, similarly you can see secondary activities. So here are the examples of some basic industries, okay, in which the processing work is going on. Which work? Processing one work is going on, of which of raw materials. All the raw materials are coming from primary activities. Tertiary activities, see, we can see here supplying of the ready-made goods. Okay, whatever goods are being manufactured in the industries, the supplying work, okay, financing and all work is coming under tertiary activities. So children, up to here only, revise it, and next we'll meet in the next class. Thank you. Namaste students. So here we are with our last topic, that is agriculture development. In this topic we'll study about how we can increase the techniques for the growth of crops, food crops and all, for the growing population. As we all know that population is increasing day by day. Okay, so for fulfilling the demands and the requirement of those increased people, we need to enhance our technology. So what we need to do? Agriculture can develop in many ways, such as, before studying these ways, we need to discuss something. Okay, agricultural development refers to efforts made to increase farm production in order to meet the growing demand of increasing population. Okay, unless we will not increase the cultivation of food crops, we cannot meet the demands of growing people. This can be achieved in many ways, such as increasing the cropped area, the number of crops grown. The very first one is increasing the cropped areas. What this line stands for, increasing the cropped areas, means we need to increase the arable lands. Arable lands, again I am telling, the lands which are most suited or required for the growth of crops. Okay, we need to increase the area. Once the area has been increased, the cultivation naturally itself will increase. Okay, now this can be achieved in many ways. Another way in the sequence is improving irrigational facilities. Okay, we need to improve irrigational facilities, means sinchai. Okay, area, it is depending area to area. Okay, that which type of technique they are having. Some areas are still having tube wells, some areas are having tube wells. Okay, and then some areas itself they are having sprinkles, some are having fountains. Okay, it is depending on the availability of resource which area is having. How we can improve irrigation facilities. Third one, use of fertilizer and high yielding variety of seeds. If the farmer will use the improved or the best fertilizers, it is of two types, organic and inorganic. Okay, so once the farmer starts using the good fertilizers, good manures, definitely the outcome or the crop yield will be on high quality. Another, the new word, high yielding variety of seeds, which इसको कहा जाता है HYV seeds. Okay, these seeds are having some good quality in it. जो प्रोडक्शन जो निकल के आता है, जो ग्रोथ होती है, जो कल्टीवेशन जो क्रॉप्स का होता है, These seeds, as they are of very good quality, the cultivation comes out is also of good quality. Now, again, we are having mechanization of agriculture is also another aspect of agricultural development. If the farmers in the farm are still using the same things, okay, Joe farmers abhi bhi, if they are not using tractors and all, okay, they are plugging the field through a manual method, so the speed will be slow, the outcome will be slow. But in place of that, if they are using mechanical techniques, okay, it will be doubled. Right. So the ultimate aim of agricultural development is to increase food security. तो ये जो aim है, जो fix किया गया है, to increase, to enhance the quality and the techniques of agriculture. It is for what? For the development is to increase food security, so that this all work has been done to assure food security. Means food is accessible, affordable, and reachable to each and every person and to each and every area. Okay, now we are having some common topics, that is agricultural practices in India and in USA. We'll compare, right? So first of all, size of farm is very small, about 1.5 hectares. Again in USA, size of farm is very large, about 250 to 500 hectares. You can see, you can imagine कि जो आउटकम आएगा, जो yield आएगी, इसमें कितना डिफरेंस होगा. Land is intensively cultivated, double and multiple cropping is very common. Wheat, rice, pulses, etc. are main crops grown. Extensive type of farming is practiced where yield per acre is low but the yield per worker is high. All family members help in various agricultural activities. Production is for self-usage and hardly there is any surplus. Surplus means extra. In India, all the family members are engaged in one activity only. But in the case of USA, most of the work is done by machines. Manual labor is scarce and therefore expensive. In the place of human, what they are using? They are using machines, so they are getting more outcomes. Use of traditional methods of farming, use of machine is limited in India, but in place or in the case of USA, modern irrigation facilities are used. Green revolution, use of high yielding variety seeds, due to which agriculture production has increased manifolds. Green revolution has shown a very huge increase in the graph of the cultivation of different crops. Animals are reared on dairy farms. Mixed farming is common. Children, mixed farming is means, what is the meaning of this? Combination or the combined form of two independent farming methods where food and fodder crops were grown combinedly. Yes, very good. Fodder crops are grown to feed the animals. Farmers keep domestic animals like buffaloes, hen, etc. for milk, egg, etc. Now, here in USA, highly scientific methods of agriculture are used. Example, soil is tested frequently for its fertility and best suitability for the crop to be grown. You can see in the picture, you can see the difference in the quality of crops. You can see the style, you can see the designing. Okay, so here the lesson is completed. Okay, now start revising your work. We'll meet with the next chapter. Till then, again I'm saying stay safe, stay healthy. So welcome you all. So here we are having with the new topic, that is commercial farming. In the last classroom we were studied about what? About types of farming, that is subsistence, and another one we are studying, that is commercial farming. So crops, in this type of farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in the market. You can see on the screen the word commercial. Commercial, the word stands for, yes, sell, बेचना, sell करना, to earn something. That is for commercial purposes, right? So in commercial farming, the crops are grown and animals are reared. Okay, for what? For sale in the market. The area cultivated in the amount of capital used is large. Okay, तो यहाँ जो एरिया कल्टीवेट किया जा रहा है ओके वो लार्ज स्केल पे होगा बिकॉज प्रोडक्शन जो होता है वो अपने कंट्री की अपने रिक्वायरमेंट की फुलफिलनेस के बाद में इट इज़ फॉर द सेलिंग. तो व्हाट वी विल सेल व्हेन वी प्रोड्यूस मोर देन रिक्वायर्ड. Right. Most of the work is done by machines. Commercial farming includes commercial, okay, graining farming, mixed farming, and plantation agriculture. So, children, now again we are having a word that is the very first division, that is commercial grain farming. Here, and these crops are grown for commercial purposes. यहाँ जो farming की जाती है, it is for commercial purpose. Okay. Wheat and maize are common, or we can say these are the commonly grown grains. Okay, these are the food grains. Wheat, you all know, it is the staple food. Staple means basic, which is being consumed by everyone. It is monthly practiced in the temperate grasslands of North Europe and Asia. Make it underline over here. These areas are sparsely populated. Okay, with large farms spreading over hundreds of hectares. Severe winters restrict the growing season and only a single crop is grown. Severe changing of seasons. Okay, so usually only one crop is grown around the year. The distinctive type of agriculture known as commercial grain farming was developed once or very firstly in US. It is a type of agriculture that is largely dependent on mechanization. Keep it in your mind that this type of cultivation or commercial grain farming includes machine use. It has started with the invention of farm machinery in the early 20th century. The use of machineries allows farmers to cultivate grains on a large scale, right? Another one is mixed farming. Here we have studied the very first one is commercial grain farming, wherever that crop is grown which is being grown for cultivation only, for selling only. Okay, here includes mixed और उस वहाँ पर क्या था, वहाँ पर सिर्फ सिंगल क्रॉप ग्रो हो रही थी. Okay, make difference in your mind. Second one is mixed farming. Mixed farming includes the land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock. It includes both works. Okay, along with food crops, fodder crops are also being grown. So it is practiced in Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. Mixed farming is the combining of two dependent. It is here the word which you can keep in the mind. Again, I am speaking mixed farming is the combining. Combining is when we combine two things of two independent agricultural enterprises. Okay, one side food crops, another side fodder crops. These two are independent farming. Okay, mixed farming is the combination of these two independent farming methods. Okay, where in the same farm, एक ही फॉर्म में आप दो इंडिपेंडेंट फार्मिंग टेक्नोलॉजीज को मिक्स करते हैं. ओके, अ टिपिकल केस ऑफ मिक्स फार्मिंग इज द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ क्रॉप एंटरप्राइज विद डेयरी फार्मिंग. एक ही प्लेस पर, एक ही एरिया पर आप कल्टिवेशन भी कर रहे हैं, एंड ऑन द अनदर हैंड यू आर मेकिंग यूज ऑफ क्रॉप your animals rearing or livestock farming also, right? Last one is mixed farming may be treated as a special case of diversified farming. Means we are mixing, we are combining two different, or we can say independent farmings. Okay, we are combining two diversities. Okay, children, so now the next, it is plantation agriculture. So what is the word plantation agriculture here stands for? You can see in the picture. Plantations are a type of commercial farming system. Again, I am repeating, it is a type of commercial farming system where single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew, rubber, banana, or cotton are grown. These crops are grown for what, children? These crops are grown for commercial farming. right? It requires large amount of labor and capital because these are grown or cultivated on a large scale. So it naturally requires large amount of labor. They produce maybe processed on the farm itself or in nearby factories. Okay, जो यहाँ से production आता है, it may be produced, okay, on the farm itself or in the nearby factories. यानी कि वो जो output आया, outcome मिला आपको आफ्टर हार्वेस्टिंग, ठीक है, उसको चेक करना, उसे पैक करना, all these work can be done in the nearby factories. Development of transport network is essential for such farming because इतना जो आउटकम है उसको लोड करना, सप्लाई करना, it requires a suitable and particular type of transporting network. Major plantations are found in the tropical regions of the world. Rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India and Sri Lanka. Okay, children. Now, we will study major crops, okay, which you all need to study very carefully. जो हम सभी को पता होना चाहिए. That we will study in the next classroom. Revise it carefully, right? We will meet there.